special guest here today, the Chief Technical Officer of Metric Collective and a lot of the brains behind what's going on with FranFunnel is joining us, Mr. Kevin Dolan. So Kevin, I think one of the places I want to start, welcome, is kind of the idea for the technical components behind FranFunnel. Where did it all start? The guts of the system, kind of, how did it all begin?
So let's see. We started this project maybe, honestly, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
It had some pretty humble origins. If you recall, we were working on a call verification script. And so we introduced something called Rails state machines, which allowed us to basically like draw flow charts of interactions. It was basically the seed of the idea. Actually, the whole idea came from literally 2 words that somebody said on a phone call when we were talking to a vendor for something that I think we were thinking about acquiring this company, and we just had a call with him, and he mentioned that they were doing a lot of phone call orchestration, and he used the word state machines, and it just kind of clicked. I was like, oh, we need state machines.
Nice.
So it went down this whole rabbit hole. We built Rails state machines, which eventually became Orchestra, which is the far more advanced and like modern version of that.
Yeah.
And that's where really like all the capability came from.
Nice. For those of you who don't know what a state machine is, I definitely recommend a quick Google search. It's quite intriguing in the way that systems are built. So thinking about what FranFunnel looks like today, for the people who are watching, kind of give them an idea, is behind the scenes, is FranFunnel a complicated thing? Is FranFunnel an easy thing? Like, give some people an idea what's actually happening.
Behind the scenes, there's a lot of complexity. Ultimately, this is built on top of the Orchestra system, which was designed to allow like infinite flexibility. We use that to coordinate like massive amounts of interactions, millions of interactions, basically like looking at all the events that happen with our applications and knowing exactly when to send messages to people. But the whole point of FranFunnel is to sit on top of that and abstract all the complexity away.
Right.
So to an end user, you just see it as basically like, a chat application. It's no different than your iMessage or your Facebook. There's a lot of complexity there behind the scenes, but it's all abstracted away from you. You just see a conversation.
Right. And when you think about, I know a lot about what's going on in the current world of messaging, but when you look to the future, right, we're thinking about how the world is going to evolve. What do you see as some of the trends that are going to be important this year, next year, kind of moving forward? We'll eventually get there how we address it, but just curious what you think about what's going to happen.
Messaging is certainly developing, and more you're seeing a movement away from the fairly limited SMS protocol. So text messaging, while some people think they might actually be doing text messaging, a lot of times it's being funneled through these third-party internet networks. So if you use iMessage, Android has a similar software, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp,
sure,
all of these other third-party things we actually use a different app. This is becoming the new type of messaging. And while it may be functionally similar to SMS in that it allows you to send short text messages, for lack of a better word, between people.
Sure.
They allow you to do so much more,
right,
and they're much more robust protocols.
Right.
So you get better information about like what's happening after you send the message. The way SMS works, if you don't know, it's actually kind of like a hack. Your phone is constantly pinging towers around you.
Okay.
And when it pings these towers, it sends like a little piece of data. The SMS message was originally designed to just ride that message.
Nice.
So it was kind of like this free piece of data packet that they were just sending that used to just be blank. And so that's why it's the size it is.
Yeah,
is just because that's the size of the datagram that was available.
Nice.
And so like to think that it went from that hack to this system that like everybody's using all of it, it's kind of silly.
Right. I think it's funny. It's like we put text over the internet, we called it email, and then we're like, well, wait a second, we can actually put text over a cellular network, we called it SMS, and then we're like, wait a second, we actually want to put text over the internet again, but instead of calling it email, we're calling it messaging. It's this whole thing. Anything you're most excited about? We got kind of 2 to 3 months, the Q1 or the beginning of 2018 that we're working on.
For the past couple months, our engineering team has been working really hard on the new user interface for FranFunnel.
Yeah.
We're codenamed Cadence.
Okay.
And the basic idea behind this is we're taking all of the features that we built in the FranFunnel. A lot of them came from customer requests, a lot of them came from ideas that we had, and we're streamlining it all down to a consolidated user interface paradigm.
Nice.
And the goal here is basically to use messaging as the metaphor. So we're looking to messaging applications like iMessage, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp, and we're trying to boil all of like that understanding into the user interface of the software. And so basically, it makes it incredibly easy to use, incredibly easy to onboard people because they're already familiar with how to use this software.
Yeah.
You still get all the powerful features of automation, in fact, more powerful features. We've introduced a whole new event-based system for orchestrating interactions. That's all behind the scenes. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
But everything boils down into this like universal timeline.
Sweet. Well, if you want to check out FranFunnel, just let us know. In the meantime, we'll put Kevin and the engineering team back to work so that we can keep everything moving. And thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.